la confessione. Ringrazierò la sorte per gentile concessione. È importante ciò che lasci, non la conclusione. Ora tutti sanno il no, me, il no, me, il no, me. Ah, ora tutti sanno il no, me, il no, me, il no, me. Ah, ora tutti sanno il no. 1984. Vengo al mondo d'estate. Ora tutti sanno il no. Dio mi parla nel sonno. Mi dice hey boy, guarda che ora tutti sanno il no, me, no, me, no, me. Ah, ora tutti sanno il no, me, no, me, no, me. S-A-L-M-O. Puoi gridarlo forte, puoi gridarlo forte. Ora tutti sanno che il no, me. S-A-L-M-O. Puoi gridarlo forte, puoi gridarlo forte. Ora tutti sanno che il no, me. S-A-L-M-O. O puoi gridarlo forte, o puoi gridarlo forte. Ora tutti sanno che il no, me. S-A-L-M-O.
A 15 anni andai giù al mare e andai fuori per una ragazza. Un suo ex mi guardò male, come Rocky in piazza. Un passante ci riprese, con la voce non con la webcam. E solo io so quante ne ho prese, ma tutto questo era un caso. Non era un gioco comunicare, prima che il Nokia fosse un super trend. Andavo in centro per chiamare, da una cabina come Superman. Per me Milano era come New York, ci sedì le ragioni di un tram.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. We're at the Amway Center, Orlando, and the fans are cheering for their Magic. A shot by Curry, no good. On defense, the Warriors.
Sometimes with the amount of weapons that this team has, players have the tendency to defer. But Curry is at his best when he's aggressive and aggressive early. Took some time to realize that last season, but he's still the engine that powers the offense.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. And it's Pachulia in at the 5 down low.
A beautiful shooting form and consistent shooting form of Steph Curry.
And with Curry and the team being better when he is aggressive, see, Red, he is such a great passer, but space just opens up for everyone when he is in attack mode.
Well, look, for a superstar, it's really tough to find your balance when to take over.
Oh, great dunk!
Freakish, athletically.
That's
wow.
Oh, my goodness. The fella's going to hurt somebody. Put a dunk like that. Probably will hurt himself.
Oh, there's too much fun to be had.
Well, unless you're the deepest there, that's getting shown up in a big way.
And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Augustine. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far. Perfect 3-for-3 start.
It's Curry outside. They get it back. Green kicks to Curry. Green with a screen on Augustine. Three-pointer. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
Well, he went for it. I'll give him that. Showing some fight on the boards, even if it's not the smartest play in the world.
And Simmons kicks to Gordon. Now the dish to Augustine. Orlando with a fresh 24. Back to Gordon. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Simmons against Durant. Pass to Fournier. 6 to shoot. To the middle. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got 8.
That makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this hot.
Green with a screen on Augustine. Green dishes to Pachulia. Here's Curry with the 3. Another miss by Curry.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be.
And now here's Durant, the best break opportunity. It's hauled in by Gordon.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, he hasn't been much of a shot blocker in his career, but Clay denies that.
To the paint. Outside for Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant. Orlando trailing here. Dishes to Augustine. Passes to Gordon. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. 10 points for him.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride. You two players.
And here are the Warriors now. Green kicks to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of the shooting. Well, and you hear about the Warriors having, an unfair amount of talent. There's a little bit of truth to that. This roster stacked when you look at 2 MVPs that are heart and soul of guys like Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala. When you look at a sharpshooter like Thompson, of course, those guys can play. Still, 4 All-Stars in the team has happened plenty of times in the past, but I would beg to differ that is misleading because I don't know if the 4 players were individually as good as some of the guys on this team.
Gordon, the pass to Biyombo. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Chris, other teams with 4 All-Stars that you referred to, Pistons in the mid-2000s, and even more recently, the 2014 Atlanta Hawks. Still, the Warriors, 4 All-Stars, hard to match.
Yeah, and part of it is that for the Warriors, the 4 for the Warriors are all NBA-level talents. I mean, we're used to seeing 2, 3 megastars on the team, but 4 legit all NBA-level players, that's rare, even from a historical perspective.
Now the pass to Matt. Simmons against Curry. And it's Simmons penetrating. Durant with some nice D.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
It's Curry outside. In the corner, Iguodala with it. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Curry outside. Curry with another miss. The Magic have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Matt dishes to Gordon. Gordon finishing it off.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. The Magic have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Fournier with the ball. Picked up by Thompson.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Both teams will make substitutions. The Magic shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Well, we don't always get what we want, Chris, but if you were you're in charge of the dunk contest, which 4 players would you personally pick to make up the field?
Man, it's so tough. Wow. I think I definitely want to go with Levine. He's, the ex-dunk champ.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, Westbrook, I think Paul George would be great in there. Of course, LeBron, Griffin. I don't know. Davis. There's so many high flyers. I just think it's so tough because sometimes the smaller guys have the advantage. Big guys feel like they can't do it because they won't be as exciting. I mean, even our worst dunk contest, I've fallen in love with because you get to see some incredible things there. Yeah, I'd start with them, but so many other players you can
Teams rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's West. It's deflected. Iguodala against Gordon. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
Oh, man, the long arms of Iguodala, such an asset, converting around the painted area.
Iguodala with the steal. He's all alone. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And since Dwight Howard back in 2012, the rebuild effort just has languished here in Orlando, unable really to draft any superstar talent. And last season, trades for veteran talent didn't really move the needle either.
The shot's good on the assist by West. Iguodala's got his second bucket. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And it's Iguodala again missing. And Greg, when you look at the Magic, do you see a plan or a roadmap here?
Well, you look at that trade for Serge Ibaka going into last season, and that was probably a sign that ownership was growing impatient. They wanted to cash in their chips and really go for it. And now they might need a rebuild from that rebuild.
Right. The Warriors leading. Young outside. Off target from three-point range. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the foul.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattle.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Here's Iguodala. And that one hits back iron.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Broke loose. To the left side wing. Up to the right wing. Pocket 6. Lasagna. Warriors with the rebound. All going up court. Right on the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another one.
Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
A while back and forth start, that's for sure.
The first quarter all. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. Here's Matt, looking for his first basket still in this one. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Orlando. One-on-one fast break. inside. Off target from outside. Orlando leading. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Can't connect from short range. Young for three. Drops in the tray. Young's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Warriors.
That's all he needs, just an inch of separation from beyond the arc. He's showing good touch.
Chris, I know that when you go through a season, there are certain matchups that you love and certain ones that you don't. When you were playing, which other power forwards did you just dread, just did not like going up against?
Well, Kevin, I would kind of change that and say dread to me was love, meaning that I dreaded and I loved to go up against Tim Duncan because you knew you had to be prepared that night. I loved and I dreaded going up against KG. You know, I played in an era where in 1 week I could have played against Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. This is all on the West Coast, so for me, you know, I dreaded the Western Conference, but what's so good about it is that you just have to be prepared. And you can't dread the NBA. It's like you grew up wanting to play against the best players in life, and so I really love the fact that I had to be my best every night, or you're going to get embarrassed in the league.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Green with a screen for Curry. He feeds it to Green. Headshot off. The Magic go the other way with it. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far.
He just recorded his third foul at half. Coach has to consider resting him into the third quarter.
Yambo, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Has to be Yambo. 6 to shoot. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. No good from Durant. Orlando, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. We talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. Ron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that. So that sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall. I can broadcast.
You can. And you can write. And by the way, in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Hazani. Durant again. Simmons. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
When Durant dumps the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
Outside for Simmons. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Three-pointer Augustine. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Still a goose egg for him in the scoring column. And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. And Fournier kicks to Simmons. The three.
Not much success from beyond the arc for him here. They should look to work it inside a little bit more and get some easy looks in the paint. That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
It's tipped. And Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Warriors leading by 3. And the Warriors moved Bogut to clear space last season. Many thought they would have trouble filling that center role. But you know what? Pachulia was signed and was the perfect fit for that team.
Kevin, my man's Zaza. I mean, he's a vet. He knew exactly what his role would be coming into the team. Still has a great skill set. Fantastic passing person. He can keep possessions alive in his offensive game. Frustrating start to this quarter.
Then Pachulia with the dunk.
In my opinion, he's more of a combo guard than a true point. Curry showing Hall of Fame vision that time.
Augustine, that's good.
You can't lay that pass in there any better.
Over in the corner, Green from past the arc. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists in the game. Now Fournier. There's the pick. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Fournier's got 5 points so far. Pachulia with this screen on Augustine. Curry passes to Pachulia. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
Oh, because of the scoring pressure Curry puts on the defense, the dump off to the roller is pretty much there every time.
I tell you what, they got a nice reservation for him over on the bench. He keeps this 4th turnover already.
Durant gets to Curry. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard said.
Fournier in the corner. Stolen by Thompson. They grab their own miss. With a three-point line, it's Augustine. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
That's not a possession they'll want to repeat. Despite the points, they got to get a better shot than that.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Fournier. 5 points in the game. And Pachulia pulls it down.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Shelvin Max checked in for Augustine. The Warriors also with a sub. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Pachulia. The Magic trailed by 9. And Simmons kicks to Biyombo. Back to Simmons. And Iguodala comes to help.
Oh, great defense. They're anticipating the play and got there first.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pachulia's checked in. Warriors leading by 9. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Matt. Picked by Pachulia. Off the pick. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
Even though he can be a little turnover prone at times, Curry is a tremendous passer.
And Chris, as we know, the Warriors are expected to move over to a brand new arena in San Francisco in the upcoming years. Actually, ground broke in early 2017.
Well, it's always going to be the Bay Area's team, that's for sure. Seeing the renderings of the new stadium, and they look absolutely amazing. You just hope it keeps the same atmosphere and it allows the same fans to come.
The Magic trailed by 12. Here's Mack. Combo dishes to Mack. Fournier gets a wide open look. Good, and the nice assist from Mack. Mack's got 3 assists in the game. There's the feed to Durant. Back to Curry. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Orlando's got into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts.
You better watch it. Doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
The Magic making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Warriors leading by 9. Now here's Curry. He's got 19.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Warriors shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
He dishes it to Green. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Hezonja, he's checked in for the Magic. 1:56 left here in the second. Curry passes to Pachulia. The wide open look for Durant. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Gordon. Great tee that time from Green.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Gordon kicks to Fournier. .116 left to play in the first half. Green with the block.
And there's the standout D of Green again. Excellent at utilizing his length to turn away shots.
It's Durant with the drive. And then Durant with the dunk.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
And it's Green slamming it down.
That's just tenacity, you know. Every night, Draymond's going to give it everything he's got.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
For Orlando, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Different look here for the Warriors. West is checked in for Pachulia. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
They played him absolutely perfect there. Didn't allow him to get the open shot that he was looking for.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
And here's Green outside. That doesn't go either for Green. On the wing, Gordon. Here's Hezonja. And he hits the buzzer beater. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are... Here's Augustine. And one thing that Steve Kerr has done so well in his coaching tenure is his ability to handle multiple stars on the same team. You look back at the history of this league, and it isn't always smooth sailing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this much talent on teams, you can get guys clashing. But Kerr has the team playing as a unit, and players are happy to sacrifice their own stats for playing better basketball. He has everyone buying into the culture they've created.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Klay in the backcourt. And it's Pachulia in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Gordon drops them both. And Chris, you had a great and very long playing career. Talk about how that's prepared you for broadcasting.
I think it's prepared me for broadcasting because I have a unique take on what it takes to get ready, kind of the things that you can't be taught, kind of the war wounds, the scars that you had. I can kind of peel mine back and explain how I got them. I think that by playing for young teams, good teams, bad coaches, good coaches, by being in different situations, it allows me to explain to the fan base what a player is actually going through or maybe what play is going to happen next. So I love being able to have the technical side of it with the plays because the coaches I played for, but also being very close with some great players, understanding the mental aspect. And really, honestly, Kev, I know you're not going to, like this too well. You don't you know. But I work with great guys like you, so when you throw up a softball and we get to talk about something that we love, man, and you make me look great, it's easy, man, working with great teammates. You know that great teammates make you better, and you're the best point guard in the business the way you throw the assist out there. So yeah, I've been fortunate to have good experience, and I got great teammates, and I'm having a blast doing it.
Well, you sound great, and it's an honor to work with you, but I always like the take. You always give me an answer that sometimes I don't expect, and I think that's what the fans like about your commentary.
Yeah, you know, when I used to watch the games, and I've seen some great guys, George Blaha from Detroit, I grew up watching him, and I just love just the pure honesty of what you're thinking at that moment, and don't take it personally, because I love the game, and so I don't want to have to try to protect a thought or an old school or a group of people. If a guy plays bad and he's the best in the world, I'm going to say it, and if he made a move I've never seen, I'm just really going to say it. And so I try not to exaggerate and just say specifically how I feel, and I'm glad to be a part of a game that can fill you with so much emotion. It's easy just being yourself.
It's Fournier on the wing, and the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Curry outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Feeds to Augustine. Buries the long-range jumper. Augustine's got 7 points in the game.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Curry dishes to Pachulia. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you've heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least one championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan, I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Gordon.
Not the fastest, biggest guy, but Steph's competitiveness allows him to be a good defender.
Thompson passes to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 24 points for Steph Curry.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the net. That's his focus.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Curry on the wing. There's the triple. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the paint. He kicks to Augustine. From outside the arc. And no good that time. So Golden State will take it the other way. And Durant, here we go. And he makes good on the layup. Durant's got 13.
Oh, and Durant covers so much ground when he puts it on the floor. You just can't keep him from going where he wants.
And Simmons kicks to Gordon. Over to the left wing. Clock at 4. Got a hand on it. They recover it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Warriors leading by 20. Back to Curry. Kicks it to Pachulia. Back to Curry. And he banks in the layup. Curry's got 26 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
In the corner, Simmons with it. The dish now to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Augustine, that's good.
You can tell he's getting a feel for his shot in the second half.
Curry kicks to Durant. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Golden State also making some changes. West is checked in for Pachulia. Patrick McCaw comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. There's Hezonja. He's covered by Iguodala. Hezonja's shot is off. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance, and he conceded might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, DA. Thank you. The Warriors making a switch here. Young's checked in. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
And you love the veteran footwork. I mean, Iguodala
flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors leading by 22. At the top of the key, Durant. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Now, look, we all know how great Durant is on offense, but in my opinion, he was one of the best two-way players in the league last year. Something that he's improved upon over his career. Took it to the next level last season.
And Chris, as you said, Durant playing fantastic defense that often gets forgotten. He was able to act as a rim protector for the Warriors with his ability to change shots, alter shots in that lane.
Well, Durant had a career high in blocks last season, and it was easy to see why. 1, because of the system. 2, because of the players you have around you. But it's not just the blocks. He played an all-around great defense last year.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Durant's got 13 points in just this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And it's Gordon penetrating. And no good. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Durant dishes to Curry. Now here's Durant. He's tightly guarded. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
After being a little hesitant in the first, he looked much more intent on getting himself to the stripe.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
Gordon, the pass to Hezonja. It's good from long range. Hezonja's got 10 points in the game. Golden State's gotten the 3-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the 3rd quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Durant attacking. And then Durant with the jam.
And Durant has gone off on offense like this so many times, you almost begin to expect this kind of a show.
And this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. A rebound by Hezonja. And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is what they purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group.
Stolen by Thompson. Lets the three fly. Hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not many guys more lethal on the catch and shoot. That's an easy bucket for Thompson.
Orlando's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Green again. It's Gordon. And they double up Gordon. 5 to shoot. Pass to Hazanya. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And it's Gordon missing. Golden State's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. They double-team Curry. To the paint. Here's Pachulia. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Pachulia's got 17.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The Warriors have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And the two-time league MVP, Steph Curry, one of only 2 active guys to win the MVP more than once in well over a decade.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, while he's out there making a play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort right
there. Here's Thompson, and it's Golden State with another.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Hazonia kicks to Gordon. Takes a 3. No good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Timeout called the Warriors.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Down low, it's the athletic pair of Gordon and Biyombo. And it's Simmons in the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. But they recover it.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off.
And the jam by Steph Curry.
Creating the turnover, jump-starting the fast break, things Draymond does very well.
And Augustine kicks to Simmons. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Chris, you were only briefly with the Warriors at the start and the end of your career, but you had plenty of big moments with that club. Any stand out to you as a favorite?
Oh, well, I think the playoffs, almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs, for me, it was something very special. Going behind the back on my good friend Sir Charles, of course, is one of the first experiences I had there, and also my first NBA game. I mean, being in front of those crazy fans in Oakland, that atmosphere is unlike any other, and jump ball and winning and scoring my first bucket. You know, so many special moments there. Rookie of the Year, being awarded that with my father at center court there at that arena is something I'll never forget. But this is a different ball game without me.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here. Defend. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Curry against Augustine. Pachulia sets a screen for Curry. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Augustine. Offline from the high post. Thompson for the triple. And the Warriors get it back. The Magic shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Gordon. Lays it up and banks it in. Gordon's got 44.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game. You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And the Warriors making a change here. David West, he's checked in for Green. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. No good on the free throw.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green, he's checked in for West. Kevin Durant comes in for Nick Young. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Here's Curry with the 3. Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Gordon with it. Now Green defending. Gordon inside. Working on Green. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Curry kicks to Pachulia. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's McCaw. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Here's Durant. Up and in on the layup. Durant's got 32 points in the game.
Durant is a master on the drive, muscling his way past the resistance of the D.
Biombo kicks to Augustine. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And Gordon with the lay-in. Good. Gordon's got 48.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Drills the three-pointer.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Augustine passes to Vaughn. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Green slams it in.
I mean, he's built like a truck. Draymond easily able to finish through contact now with the chance to put the cherry on top.
Jonathan Simmons is checked in for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for Rashad Vaughn. And Golden State also making a change. Thompson's checked in. Fournier with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Green against Gordon. Fournier for 3.
Boom! That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the real, baby.
Move out the way. Hammers the alley-oop through. Outside Durant. Thompson fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Shots good by Green.
I love seeing Green get out on the break. His vision and ability to break apart a defense is unique.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
At the line, shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Gordon hits both of them.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Curry dishes to Durant. Now on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
So funny. I remember with those scouts how bad they talked about him during his time in the NBA scouting and all that, saying he couldn't lift and coming out of college, and he's gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Look, he powers through for the bucket. He gets a chance to tack on another point at the line.
And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Dishes it to Gordon. It's stolen by Green.
Tough call there, but you have to be smart there. I mean, he now has 5 in this game.
As competitive a guy as Draymond Green is, sometimes he can get in his own way. There's no doubt about that. Not entirely his fault, but calls don't seem to fall in his favor a lot because he is so physical, and perhaps, Chris, because of his reputation. We don't even need to go into his natural shooting motion.
Yeah, the leg, but with Draymond, that just comes from him. Presses buttons of refs and opposing players, and sometimes with the fans. I mean, yeah, he'll lose out on calls, but at the end of the day, he's a guy that everybody in the league hates, but will want on their team.
Gordon kicks to Fournier from deep, hands it from downtown.
Look, that matches his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 in the first, now he's got 1 in the second.
Curry kicks to Green from the low block. Releases. Curry's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
The first one falls. Different look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustment.
Yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
And the Magic making a change here. Spades is checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Durant comes in for Young. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Patrick McCaw. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
Timeout. Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
The Magic have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in one quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the fourth quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And he slams it one-handed.
And that
That's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Pachulia with the steal. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
And you see defensively, when they try to patch something up, he exploits a different weakness.
And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 8th assist in the game. And stolen by Biyombo. Gordon kicks to Fournier. Gonna go that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. It's Curry outside. Outside for Durant. Right side Curry. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Magic.
His outside shot isn't synced up right now, and he should think about trying to go inside as this game winds down.
It's Durant on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. Durant, no good.
Doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
You're exactly right. Just has a nose for the ball, a sense of exactly where he needs to be.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Steph Curry.
But of all the things he did well, his passing was the most important. He spread the ball around, kept everyone involved, and their offense clicked.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack.
And Steph Curry with the foul. So that will be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Both free throws good from Augustine. Timeout called the Warriors. They lead by 47. We got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
My guess is that they're just trying to avoid some monumental breakdown after having dominated up to this point.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're looking to stack up some points. They've gotten into a nice groove from out there.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.